right, hello everyone. We're going to have a children's sermon. This is my daughter Evie, and this is my daughter Nika. And I'm just going to reread a couple of verses that we read as our gospel. Jesus said, "Therefore, keep watch, because you don't know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows, or at dawn. If he comes suddenly, do not let him find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch." Okay, so I have heard that if you live to the age of 70, that you're going to spend about 3 years of your life waiting. Like waiting in line at the grocery store, or waiting at the doctor's office, or waiting in the licensing bureau for your daughter to get a driver's license. Because remember, Stassi got her driver's license a couple days ago. We waited for that, right? All sorts of things we wait for. Now, I don't really like waiting. Do you? No, it's not very fun. Have you ever read this book, Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss? Okay, in this book, Dr. Seuss talks about this thing called the waiting place. And he describes it as this place that you have to go, and it's totally useless. And this is what he says. I was going to get this from the library, but the library was closed today. So this is what he says in it. He says, "Waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or the mail to come, or the rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting." Boy, I don't like waiting, but I suppose there's really no way to avoid waiting, right? We all have to wait for some things. But I don't think it has to be a useless place like Dr. Seuss talks about. So when we're waiting for something, what could we do to make our time more useful? What do you think you could do when you're waiting for something?
Play a game.
You could play a game. That's a great idea, Nika.
Read a book.
You could read a book. Very good. Or you could call a friend. Or you could pray. You could do all those things, and then waiting doesn't seem so bad, right? Well, today we're celebrating the first Sunday of Advent, and Advent is a word that means to come. What are we waiting for to come during this season? Or who are we waiting for to come?
Jesus.
Jesus. And when did Jesus come? What holiday do we call that?
Christmas.
On Christmas, right? And it can be it's very exciting. Is Christmas exciting? Super exciting, but it can be like a little tough to wait too, especially for kids, because you're waiting for your presents and things like that. Well, what could you do during this time from now until Christmas to help you with waiting? What could you do instead?
Read the Bible.
Oh, I like that. You could read the Bible. You could think about how the real reason for the season is Jesus. And you can think about God's love for you by sending Jesus. And you can think every time, do you think about this? Every time you get a gift, it's a reminder of how God gave you Jesus. And then when you think about those things, then it can be a joy to wait, right? Well, we also think about another coming during Advent. Not just Jesus coming at Christmas, but on Judgment Day. Jesus coming on Judgment Day. And we read in our lesson that Jesus says he wants you to be ready and he wants you to watch. So what are the things we could do while we're waiting for Jesus to come on Judgment Day?
Do our memory work.
Ooh, I like that. Do our memory work. Could we tell other people about Jesus? Yeah, we could share that. We could love God and love each other, right? And in all those ways, our waiting can be a joy for when Jesus comes again. So let's fold our hands and pray. Dear Jesus, remind us of your love so that it is a joy to wait for you at Christmas and when you come again on the last day to take us to heaven. Amen.